This country star George Strait and actor Michael Crawford were also recognized. Trump later joined the honorees for a State Department dinner. Get BIN News now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Let's take a moment to celebrate great things happening inside our schools. NOLA Public Schools achieved a B District Performance Letter Grade. Orleans now exceeds its pre-COVID district performance for all students by more than 8 points. For the second year in a row, Black students from New Orleans outperformed the state average in all peer districts. For all other subgroups, economic disadvantaged students, multilingual learners, and students with disabilities, we also saw growth. Let's keep up the amazing work.
Good morning, wake up.
The Good Morning Show.
Good morning.
On WBOK.
Good morning, New Orleans, and welcome to the Good Morning Show. It is 7:03 a.m. You've got somewhere to be at 7:15. You got a few minutes, but make sure you take your time if you're like me. This is one of those days when I'm heading on over to WBOK, and I'm making sure that I have this and have that. So make sure you have your keys, your watch, your clock, otherwise known as your computer, in your hand or your back pocket, your cell. Make sure you have your satchel or your backpack. Those of y'all don't know what I'm talking about, look up satchel.
We know what a satchel is.
And if you need to grab your teeth too.
Grab your teeth. Don't forget your teeth.
But it is 7:04 now, and don't forget, school zone limits are in effect until 9. Please, please, please be safe and watch out for our babies. I am Will Sutton, and I am blessed to be here. Once again, the Lord woke me up, planted my feet on the floor, got me moving, saw that I got some clothes, a vehicle, got some gas, got on over here, and I'm wide awake looking at the beautiful Kirsten home.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I came back for round 2 now. I came back.
So
can't leave the city without visiting WBOK. I am having a fantastic time. I also had coffee this morning because I was out late at the Black Film Festival last night. So I got my coffee, so I may be a little extra energized. But oh my gosh, I've had such a fantastic trip.
Yeah, well, it's been wonderful to it's been quite a while since I've seen you this much in a span of a week.
I know. It's been
And this is wonderful.
I know that you love it, and I love it too. I don't want to leave. I was sad yesterday when I left. It's like it's the goodbye tour.
You know, we put the put the word out that we need to
have me
do
come
what
back.
we can. We do what we can to
Please.
kind of have you come back.
I need to eat my way through the city.
Have you not go or something.
All of the things.
We're working on it.
What did I say yesterday? If they paying, I'm playing.
I know. I hear that, sister. I hear that. Well, it was quite an evening yesterday.
Yes.
We both went to the Black Film Festival, and that is ongoing. Started last weekend and finishes up this weekend. But yesterday was a special event at Xavier University.
Mm-hmm.
And that event was in the ballroom on the 3rd floor of the Student Life Building, for those of you familiar with the Xavier campus. And there was a health fair. There was a movie called Critical Condition. There was a movie called In Your Skin.
Yes.
And there was a health panel. Oh. I don't know how anybody could go there and walk away and say, I didn't learn anything.
It was chock full of good information.
So much.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really good. And kudos out to the special woman in my life, Cheryl Sutton.
Cheryl Sutton. Congratulations on a successful event, Cheryl.
Yep. And of course, the sponsors and supporters like PBS Nova. PBS Nova was here, y'all.
Yes.
PBS Nova in the house.
Well, when you have information like that, they have to stand behind it, 10 toes down. We appreciate you, PBS Nova, for educating us on this.
Great. AKA's out in support. We had Power Coalition, Ashe. It was really good. I got my finger pricked so I could check on my blood. I got my blood pressure checked.
Yes.
And, so
yes,
good kind of health fair.
Yes, it was a health fair that was so full of information. Yeah, I've been a health reporter throughout my career, so some of that stuff I knew and some of it I learned then, and it's just like I left so informed and so encouraged that we're not alone. The Black women maternal death rate, I think we've talked about that a lot in the news, and to see it highlighted and then to see Serena's story again, it's just a reminder as we go into the next year of, we got some work to do. We got some work to do. And when you say a lot.
Oh, yes. Yep. Well, the Serena piece, that made international news, of course, but as was noted in the film, that could happen to any Black woman. It happened that she's Serena Williams, and she knows a few things, and she said, "Oh no."
If doctors aren't listening to the Serena Williams, what chance does the Kirsten Holmes have?
Right.
That's why I ain't having no kids, Will.
Oh, all right.
That's what I told my mama.
Yeah, all right. Well, we'll see. Things change. You know, my wife said she's not going to have any kids.
And look at you. With children. With you have a son, right?
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, one
and done. She's smart.
Yeah, she is. That's it. Yeah, and that whole, I'm going to get the name wrong because I know it's not called the breathalyzer. The breathalyzer is what you use in the street for testing.
Was it
it's a spirometer, like
to check your lung function.
To check your lung function.
Let me get the
had
name
no clue that that was race-based.
Yes. And it always is race-based.
Always. And still in use and race-based.
Yep.
Whoa. It was like amazing information last night. And
spirometer. A spirometer. Remember, we were scared. Every time we see spirometer, we get scared now.
Yeah, buddy. And that whole thing about Harvard recruiting a very high-profile scientist, so much so that they had millions and millions of dollars. I think it was in the 1800s, I believe. Yep. And they recruited him and created a school of medicine for him, school of science for him. And part of his philosophy was Black people are inferior.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank God Harvard has pivoted on some of these things to some of the institutions, the larger institutions that supported the doctor or the father of gynecology. I think people who pay attention to maternal health rates in the Black community specifically are aware of the experiments that he did on Black women, the level of torment that Black women endured for decades under his and other doctors' medical care, just based off sheer racism. Dare I call it hate?
Yep.
What? Black women don't feel no pain.
Oh, my goodness. No anesthesia. Oh, Lord.
And they didn't listen to Serena. Will they listen to me? But let's wake people up with some good news. We got to tell them something good.
Yep. Well, you got some good news?
I got some. We still here. And it's time for a break.
Yes, it is. I was like, we don't have time for the good news. But yes, we do. We got time for the good news, time for a break. And right after this, we're going to bring you some news and information that you want to know, need to know. And some of it is going to be good. And some of it's going to be, y'all need to know about this.
I can't wait for the good news.
Okay. You are listening to Be Okay, and I am Will Sutton. This is Kirsten Holmes with me today. So happy that the sister returned and joining me.
Yes.
And the talk line, where we can hear your voice and you can continue to hear ours. The talk line is 504-582-9422, 504-582-9422. This is WBOK, 1230 a.m., what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
I need the Will voice for that.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Good Wednesday morning. I'm Daryl Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. Today marks 1 week since the beginning of Operation Catahoula Crunch, and many families are on high alert as a result. Federal agents were sent to southeast Louisiana with the goal of arresting 5,000 people in the span of just 2 months. And according to the Department of Homeland Security, dozens have already been arrested. And church leaders are once again asking the community to pray for families impacted by this immigration crackdown. This comes as they say there's been a decrease in Hispanic members attending services because they're worried about being detained. Officials with the State Board of Elementary and Secondary Education, or BESE, say there's been a steep drop-off in attendance since federal agents arrived. In addition, the New Neighbor Project, a nonprofit that works to support immigrant families, says online classes have also seen a drop in participation. All right, y'all, this weekend, several local high school football teams will compete for state championship titles inside the Caesars Superdome. It all starts tomorrow when Riverside Academy takes on Ascension Catholic in the D4 Select Championship game. Then Archbishop Shaw and St. Charles Catholic will be the nightcap Friday in the D2 Select game. And on Saturday, St. Aug and Edna Karr will face off in the D1 Select title game. Karr is going for its 6th state championship in the last 10 years, while the Purple Knights are playing for the title for the first time since 1979. And you better believe it's going to be a big crowd for that game on Saturday. I'm Daryl Forges, and that's your headlines for WBOK. Have a great day.
Hey everybody, it's Graylin Bryant Banks
and Kimber White Dupree
from the front porch.
Some convos are too good to miss. Now you can pull up a chair to the front porch anytime.
Just search WBOK Media and subscribe to the Front Porch Podcast.
Download, share, and hit us with a 5-star rating because New Orleans culture deserves to be heard loud and clear.
Hey, this is Michael Cooper of Confunction, and I'd like to wish all of the WBOK listeners a happy and safe holiday.
Good morning, wake up.
The Good Morning Show.
Good morning.
On WBOK.
Good morning, New Orleans, and welcome back to the Good Morning Show at 7:14 a.m. You got to be somewhere at 7:15. I hope it's on the other side of your slippers. You don't have much time, my brother, my sister, not much time at all. I'm Will Sutton. With me is Kirsten Holmes.
Hello.
We are here on the WBOK Good Morning Show, and happy to be with you.
Happy Hump Day.
Absolutely. Hump Day!
Hey.
That's my thing. Hump Day. Yep. So made it through Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Got to Hump Day.
The weekend is almost here, y'all.
Shoot. Yeah, Friday going to be here in no time.
Oh, and we got some good stuff going on this week and this weekend. Let's start off with some good news. We promised some good news on the other side of this break, so here it is. The Black Film Festival of New Orleans is still going on. We went last night because I could not miss the health panel, but they have so much going on tonight. They're going to have some visiting filmmakers from the Tulane School of Public Health because we're going to keep that higher learning education type thing going and give you some information while we entertain you. And they fed me last night and the food was good. So
that's something.
Oh, look.
That was an added value.
When I tell you, y'all, and they fed me healthy, delicious food. It was delicious.
Grilled chicken.
It was delicious too. Sometimes grilled chicken don't be good.
Yes.
It was moist. Can I say moist?
Yes.
People don't like the word moist.
Yeah.
It was tender. It was moist and delicious and seasoned, y'all. It was seasoned.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
So tonight we're talking about Tulane School of Public Health. They're going to have some visiting filmmakers. And the closing day is December 14th. So you still have time to make it out to the Black Film Festival of New Orleans. Just go to their website and find more information. Their website is BFFNO, Black Film Festival, NewOrleans.com.
Yeah, Black Film Festival been going on for a few days. So I've been out to a couple of events before last night. There's always something good. I wish I could be off, just not working.
Right.
Because there's something like every day for more than a week.
Yes, it is.
But it's a good selection of things. They're having some documentaries on Thursday, and one of those is the National Association of Black Journalists 50-year documentary.
Is that today or Thursday?
That is Thursday. Isn't it Thursday?
I just know it was at noon.
Oh.
I thought it was noon today. We got to look at the schedule.
Yeah,
we're going to look at the schedule.
Yeah. So if it's today or tomorrow, it's at noon. And for those of you not familiar, the National Association of Black Journalists is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. And there was a documentary made. So it's not long, but a overview of NABJ. And, of course, we have the New Orleans Association of Black Journalists here in the Crescent City. So that might be one that you want to tune into, in addition to some of the items and events that Sister Kirsten pointed to. There are a number of us who have some favorite shows, favorite actors.
And today you can find the NABJ documentary. We have confirmation. It is today at noon at Xavier's campus. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Breaking news alert. Beyond the headlines. NABJ. Let's go. Today at noon.
Today?
Yes.
Oh, that's much better for me than tomorrow.
It was on my calendar.
I know it's better for you.
Me too. I'm out of here tomorrow at 7 a.m.
Yeah. Yep. So that's a possibility. So, a bunch of you all have favorite shows. Favorite actors, whether it's streamed or on a mainstream network or on your streaming service, or, from the old days, you only saw it in the theater and you used to get it from, what's they called? Blockbuster.
I love Blockbuster. And sometimes you couldn't afford Blockbuster because sometimes we have to go to the cheaper video rental stores.
Yeah.
Just video
the one
rental.
outside the store.
Yes, outside the grocery store.
What was that called? Redbox.
That was before Redbox. This was before Redbox.
Yeah, what was that one?
I don't know. It was just off-brand. Come on now.
Yeah,
it wasn't Blockbuster.
Yeah. Right. Well, New Orleans, of course, people love our city, as they should. And it's a good place to do business. And it's a good place for movies and television shows to film. Mm-hmm. And so we got people all up in here. And y'all who live here, some of these people come and they stay.
I can see why.
So they ended up moving here, or at least making this one of their 3 or 4 homes.
I'm trying to do that too.
For quite a number of reasons. Well, we've got the Vampire Diaries.
Okay.
And that's a CW series, not one of mine.
Okay.
But the CW series Vampire Diaries. I don't know if you are familiar with that, but they have a spinoff called The Originals.
Yes.
And apparently this thing is like taking off like crazy.
It gotta be.
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
It's going crazy. And so now they are having special events in New Orleans. So there's an opportunity for you to go to Ritz-Carlton in the French Quarter, and you can, have a 3-course meal, tableside meet and greet with cast members.
Of The Originals?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Tell me more.
A group photo with the actors.
Ooh.
And live musical performances and keepsakes.
Oh, my goodness. How much? How much I got to spend to go?
$1,855.
What? Count me out. What?
What? $1,855.
Now, is that the cheapest ticket? Because I don't mind sitting in the nosebleeds.
That's the special treatment.
Oh, my gosh. Who got it? Somebody let me hold $1,800. But if I had $1,800, I might need to pay some bills.
I don't know if I'm going to see The Originals.
Well,
I might take care of a couple other things.
Right, but you're not a fan of the show. Maybe if we were bigger fans, we would find $1,800.
Well, let me tell you, there are fans online who are pissed off. They are pissed off. So the show and the handlers and producers, they came up with something else. So that one's going to be at the Royal Hotel.
Oh.
All right. So you can have meetings with some of the actors. So that's Joseph Morgan, Daniel Gillies. They play brothers Klaus and Elijah Michelson.
Mm-hmm.
And you can have meetings with them.
Yeah.
And it's only $954.
Look, they got options for you. They got options for you.
So,
they got options.
Yeah. I mean, $954. Give me the $954. I'll say hi to Joseph and Daniel and keep moving. And then they got another option with a tea. Have a tea at the Ritz-Carlton and have cafe beignets with Holt and Charles Michael Davis. And you can get that for $515 or $464.
I say, I ain't got now one of them. I do want some beignets.
Are any of you all fans that would pay that much money to go and see these folks?
Even if you're not a fan and you love the show and you're not paying to, tell us why or why not. Please call into the line 504-582-9422. Are you a fan of the original? Would you pay $1,800 to hang out with your favorite castmates?
All right, so let's flip the script a bit.
Okay.
All right, so let's say these are the same prices,
Mm-hmm.
but it's $1,855, and you get to have three-course dinner and photos and tableside meet and greet with Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Oh wow!
Mm-hmm.
You know my situation. I still ain't got it. I can't rub $1,800 together right now. It's Christmas time. We just had Thanksgiving. Come on now. I ain't got it, and I love J&B.
What about Drake?
Who? Exactly. Well, ask the name again, just so everybody can be sure. Did he say Drake? Who? I'm a Kendrick Lamar fan.
All right, now, and who would you pay $855 to have a three-course meal with?
Nobody but Jesus.
I know that's right. That's the right answer. That is the right answer.
No thanks.
Okay, all right.
My Lord and Savior.
All right, I got you.
My Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
All right. Okay.
Is that $800 your tithes too?
Yeah.
Are
right.
you tithing $800? Oh my goodness, we gotta talk more, friend. That's your 10%.
I mean,
his 10% is $800. We gotta talk more.
Oh man. Well, I don't know, but if you all feel like you want to see these folks, give me a deeper understanding about why it's so important and worth the $1,855 or the $500 plus or the $400 plus, or they have the cheapo option where you can be in the same room with the people and lots of other people for $100.
Now that makes sense. The Crescent City Con, San Diego, we have the world famous, internationally famous Comic-Con. People pay a lot of money. They do a lot of cosplay. It's a big event. And I don't know that they spending $1,800. They might be spending $1,800 to go to San Diego. And New Orleans deserves the $1,800. However, that's a lot of money, especially right now. The event is January 31st. So I don't know if I can come up with 2 stacks by the end of January.
Crescent City Con is $100 and $200 for VIP.
I might can make that happen.
Yeah.
I ain't got the 18.
No. Okay. All right. Well, it's 7:25. We're going to break, and when we come back from break, we're going to talk about train rides, man. We're going to be talking about train rides, and we got some more news and information coming your way. There's all kinds of stuff. Man, those dogs are still out there, the Callahoolas.
Who let the dogs out?
They're still crunching.
Ain't
They're
that what
still
you
crunching.
said?
And so we're going to pick up on that. And there's more. The man in the White House is coming after y'all. And y'all need to know what's coming next.
We need more good news.
I know we do, but there's stuff people need to know. So we'll search for the good news, but it's 7:25. You got to be there at 7:30. Get on up and get out of there, and I hope it's 3 minutes away, but please be safe. Go slow. Watch out for the babies. Obey the school district limits, the school speed limits. Please be safe. Talk line is 504-582-9422, and this is WBOK 1230 a.m., what New Orleans is talking about. All day long.
The truth on demand. Ball Don't Lie is now live on all podcast platforms. Tap in, search WBOK Media, find Ball Don't Lie, and bring the fire with you wherever you go. Download, share, and leave that 5-star review, because the game doesn't stop when the show ends.
Tired of the impersonal, one-size-fit-all style of banking? You deserve a bank that delivers exceptional service and personalized attention to your needs. That's the Home Bank Standard. Since 1908, Home Bank has been a trusted financial partner for businesses and families because we go the extra mile to help you reach your goals. See for yourself why Home Bank is good for business, good for life. Stop by any New Orleans area location or find out more at home24bank.com. Home Bank, member FDIC.
Tune in to The Monitor's Mic, where we talk about oversight, policing, and you. Hosted by the Office of Independent Police Monitor. We're here to shine a light on policing issues that matter, from real-time policing updates to in-depth interviews. Every Friday at noon on WBOK.
You've got responsibilities, but that doesn't mean your dreams are on hold. At Southern University at New Orleans, our evening and weekend college is designed with your life in mind. Finish your degree, start a new one, on your time, your degree, your schedule, no excuses, just opportunity. Visit suno.edu and make your next move today.
Meet Leanna, a part-time chef and full-time mom. In the past, Leanna didn't have health insurance because she didn't think she could afford it. What she didn't realize is she qualified for Medicaid. She loves the coverage and peace of mind that comes with high-quality care. The kind of care you get with Healthy Blue. This is Medicaid, and it's for more people than you think. Maybe even you. To see if you qualify, go to myhealthybluela.com.
This is Brandon Henry, IT Director for Equity Media, wishing everyone a happy and safe holidays from WBOK.
Good morning, wake up. The Good Morning Show. Good morning. On WBOK. Good morning, and welcome back to the Good Morning Show. I'm Will Sutton. With me is Kirsten Holmes.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Will. How are you?
Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. How's your tea?
Oh, my tea is fabulous. Y'all, Will got me some tea, and I think I have 4 options. I got chamomile, peppermint. Is this pomegranate?
Yes.
Pomegranate tea?
Yes.
I ain't had no pomegranate tea yet.
Gonna have to try it. You can keep that bag.
Yes, thank you.
I'll charge you 5 cents later.
Don't be charging me nothing. Don't be charging me nothing. So I'm excited to talk about the train.
Yeah. Well, we've got a lot of that. That is good news, and we hope that we will be talking with someone from Amtrak about this. But Amtrak launched this late summer line from New Orleans to Mobile, Alabama.
Is it the Mardi Gras line?
The Mardi Gras service.
Oh,
yes. Yep. So, of course, Mardi Gras. All right. So, and of course, with that line, you have who started Mardi Gras first?
Here we go with the age-old question. Who started Mardi Gras?
Yeah, right. So let's just give them that and just say we've been doing it better for decades.
As long as we get to say we're doing it better.
We just been doing it better for decades. Thank you for the concept. We just made it
so much more. You know.
Do you want to talk about Amtrak after the breaking news and give them more time?
We can. Yep, absolutely. Because, I just want to say that, one of the reasons this is important is that this has been in the works for years and years and decades, I believe. And so many people said, oh, it won't work. Oh, it will work. No, it don't work. Oh, if it does work. Yeah. And that is so true so often. Different in the Northeast, where people make arguments not about trains being good, just about which routes and the speed of trains, not that don't do a train line.
We want the train. It's just where do we want the train?
That's right. That kind of thing. But yeah, we got some breaking news.
We unfortunately do have some breaking news. There's been a shooting at Kentucky State University. It leaves one person dead, one person hurt, and a suspect is in custody. This is according to the Associated Press by way of WWL. Police in Frankfort, Kentucky say a shooting at Kentucky State University, again, that is Kentucky State University, has left one student dead, another in critical condition, and police say that they do have a suspect in custody. That is limited information that we have for you right now, but this is coming to us today from Frankfort, Kentucky. Kentucky State University has unfortunately had a shooting. One student dead, one hurt, but a suspect is in custody. We'll bring you more information on this news as it becomes available.
Well, we hate to hear about shootings anywhere. I particularly hate to hear about shootings at schools and universities where people are trying to, they're getting an education or providing an education. And Kentucky State's the largest land grant university in Kentucky. And I mean, it's a big school, so you may not know of it, but in our context, this would be their LSU, their Southern, and it's a big deal. And I'm glad they have a suspect. I wonder if there's more than one suspect, and we pray for the family of the person who lost their lives.
Absolutely.
And for others who might have been injured.
What I can tell you is that police there say that this was an isolated incident. It wasn't one of those mass shootings or anything like that. It was an isolated incident. So hopefully that can help the people around Frankfort, Kentucky feel a little more safer. This shooting happened yesterday afternoon around 3:00. And again, it was an isolated incident, a shooting at Kentucky State University.
This is an HBCU, y'all. This is an HBCU, and we hate to see this and hope there aren't any racial factors. But, when you're black, so often you have to say, I wonder if, or, you just...
I remember telling a news director in Sacramento, to be black in America is a traumatic experience. Add to that actual trauma like poverty or other traumatic experiences, and it's compounded trauma. But that's always been my perspective.
Yep.
To be a black woman has definitely been a traumatic experience in America. Serena Williams didn't even get listened to when it was time for her to have a baby. She almost lost her life trying to have a baby because doctors wouldn't listen. So y'all got to stay safe out there.
Well, that's not good news, but it's the kind of thing you're going to be hearing about today. When this happens at one of our HBCUs, often it puts other HBCUs on alert. They're frequently in touch with each other to warn them, to let them know what's happened in case there's any, I'll say, ridiculousness on the part of somebody else saying, well, maybe that might happen here. So pray that is a single incident and very much tied only to Kentucky State. But we'll be watching that story, and we wish them well as they go through this grieving and the beginning of this investigation. Right now, we've got Mark on the phone. Mark, and I'm gonna hope that I have the last name right. Mark, it's Mark Glieri. Is that right?
Very good, very good. And
well,
boy, quite the interview to have after that story too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's horrible. Well, Mark, I'm relying on my Philadelphia days. So with your last name. So,
Well, I'm glad to be with you this morning in New Orleans, where we have here in the north side of Chicago about 4 inches of snow on the ground.
Oh, my.
Overnight low temperatures this weekend in the negatives. So, yeah.
All right.
I'd rather be back in New Orleans where I was last week.
Wow, great.
And it's a warm up on the way. I think it's supposed to be 68, maybe 70 degrees. You definitely want to catch that flight today because tomorrow's supposed to be even warmer.
just catch the flight. Are you using the F word?
I've used the F word.
Yeah, right. Well,
I came to New Orleans on a train last week, so
Yeah.
there you go.
Oh, that's cool. Well, you're on with Will Sutton and Kirsten Holmes, and we are happy to talk with you about Amtrak generally, but more particularly the amazing success of the Mardi Gras line. Being a Amtrak guy, before we talk more specifically about this, can you give our WBOK audience a little bit about you and about Amtrak, and let's segue into the Mardi Gras service. And around here, I like to ask people to, don't just give your career thing, but who's your mama in them? Where you come from?
Well, I'll tell you that I've been here at Amtrak for 25 years. And if you look back to the storm, and I was there when we restored service. We were the first to restore service to the city after the storm that October and then following. So ever since then, 20 years ago, we've had no service between New Orleans and points directly east. And I'll tell you, having friends there and hanging out with a colleague of mine over in Gulfport and seeing everything that has gone on since then, it's really great for me personally and for us as a company to say we are back, and we are back bigger and better than we were 20 years ago, with trains twice a day, morning and late afternoon, from UPT, the Union Passenger Terminal, over to Mobile, and stopping in Bay St. Louis and Gulfport and Biloxi and Pascagoula. And we should have known. We should have known this was gonna take off like a jet plane, if you like, because the day we announced the service and began the service, the crews from the New Orleans side of Mardi Gras and the Mobile side of Mardi Gras all got together in Mobile and celebrated the fact that we're uniting the two big Mardi Gras cities, and that has a lot to do, I think, with how successful it's been.
Can I celebrate
Absolutely.
that? Let's celebrate Amtrak's return. Yes, I'm so excited. I love Amtrak. Even in Southern California, I'm a big Amtrak user. When I got down here, I was like, you know what we need? A line to New Orleans, between New Orleans and Baton Rouge. I know that that's probably still 20 years off, but I'm like making a bid now.
I think we can beat that.
You promise? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Because what we would do is extend these trains. Right now, these trains start over at UPT about 8:15. What if they started over in Baton Rouge and then came through UPT in that morning and carried on over, just like the ones at night, and this might be how we're going to start this. I'm not a service designer, but I'm just guessing. If the train that leaves Mobile in the late afternoon, have it go into New Orleans and keep on going to Baton Rouge.
I like that plan.
So that would be a starting point. In the end, of course, we'd want to run more than once a day between New Orleans and Baton Rouge. But in the end, or in the start anyway, that would be a start.
That sounds like good news to me. What you think, Will? What you think?
I like that. Now, what do our WBOK listeners have to do to say we want that?
Well, we're working with DOTD, the New Orleans Department of Transportation and Development, the only one in the country that's spelled just that way, to make this happen. Now, there's a couple of trestles over the Bonnie Carey Spillway. One of them has already been fixed. The one we use on a train we call the City of New Orleans that comes up and back from where I am to where you are every day.
Mm-hmm.
But there's another one that goes off towards Baton Rouge, and it's perfectly good for freight trains, who are going to go 20 or 30 miles an hour. But we like to do a little faster than that. So that one will need some work. But otherwise, the folks over in Gonzales already have money from the Southern Rail Commission for a station to be built, and the folks in Baton Rouge are trying to figure out where their station would be, and the folks in New Orleans already have one. So we have some of the building blocks in place, but we're not selling tickets yet.
All right. Sounds good. So tell us more about this Mardi Gras service. How many riders were you expecting before you launched? And tell us what happened.
Well, we thought in the first 12 months we'd have 71,000 or so, a bit more than 70,000. But already we've had 46,000 just since August 18th. So I think we're going to blow past that earlier estimate, probably, if not during Carnival, shortly thereafter, maybe between Easter and, let's say, Labor Day. And I think it's because I-10, despite every great effort by all the state DOTs, is just miserable, right? I mean, I'm 68 years old. I've been driving for more than 50 years, and it's never been more miserable to drive than it is now. There's somebody in the car next to me yakking on the phone, holding it to their ear, someone in the other car next to me shaving or putting on lipstick, and this huge 18-wheeler looming in my rear view mirror with a guy or gal who's in a big old hurry. That's I-10. It's actually I-55 too. And there has to be a better way that you can use, maybe not every time, but at least some of the time, to get around. And wherever we do this, wherever we have service that's frequent and at fares that are affordable on schedules, like not passing through at 3 a.m, we do great business. And we're looking to do more of that all over the country, especially next to Baton Rouge. And even we're working with the Southern Rail Commission to run a train across from Meridian, Mississippi to Dallas and Fort Worth. That's a little further over the horizon than Baton Rouge, but that would be a great thing too.
Mark, where did you grow up?
I was born in Dayton, Ohio, to a 21-year-old and a 20-year-old by accident. They weren't really planning this to occur, but I occurred, and I was in Dayton until till junior high. Then my real hometown is Quincy, Illinois, just up the river from you, a few hundred miles.
Okay. So when was your first train experience or the early days of your train experience? And what's that like then versus now?
Well, I've always been in the transportation. I mean, I know what the interstate highway nomenclature is. I know the design of the interstate highway sign was done by the Texas DOT back in the 50s. So, and I'm into planes too. I mean, I have to fly sometimes, right? So I've always been into transportation. And my parents, of course, like all the parents did in the 60s, nearly all of them, gave their kids model trains. And I had one for Christmas. But it's really, I'm into the mode of transportation because it can do so much good. It can get you places comfortably and safely. It can make you be productive. Windshield time is wasted time. I mean, I've had to drive to New Orleans before from up here, and it's not only does it feel like forever, I can't get anything else done because I'm supposed to be paying attention to driving. Mm-hmm. My son has a Tesla, his third Tesla, and it does some self-driving, but I would never just close my eyes and let it do it. I'd never read a book and let it do it. And even then, you know how big the expressway is coming in from, let's say, your airport. Even if the car was driving itself, if you're sitting in traffic, you're still sitting in traffic. So this is just a much better mode, and I'm happy to and really kind of honored to represent the 20,000 people who work at Amtrak, including a few hundred who work down along this route. We have a big facility over there behind UPT. We have trains every day over now to Mobile twice a day and up to Atlanta and to Washington and New York, and every day up here to Chicago, and 3 times a week from where you are off to Los Angeles. So next time you visit Southern California, you don't have to do it by flying or certainly driving. You can take our Sunset Limited, a train we'd want to run daily if we could. So that's who I am and what I do. By the way, 3 kids and 5 grandkids.
All right. Wow. Very good. Good for you. Good for you. All right. So, one of the concerns about trains is like, what if something happens? So that with a big, heavy machinery, things are going to happen.
and particularly if people not associated with trains and not associated with Amtrak do things they shouldn't do around stations and rails and things like that. But I haven't heard as many complaints about this particular line. How's your track record, so to speak, in the short few months that you've been operating?
Well, we've been running almost 90% on time because, equipment made by the human hand can break down, no matter how well maintained it is. And there's human hands deciding which trains go first up and over that railroad. Out towards the yard there, east of town at Gentilly, there's a lot of traffic over there, but they've been doing a really good job of getting us through. But if I can help your listeners and help us at the same time, I'll give you a tip, and we can't talk about this enough. That for some reason, people stop their cars on railroad crossings. They somehow stall or break down, or somehow someone looks at their GPS and their navigation. They turn right away when they really shouldn't turn right away, and their car is on the tracks. The first thing you do is get out of that car with your phone, and there's a phone number at every crossing, whether it's a people crossing or a vehicle crossing. Every crossing has a blue sign, and that blue sign's a phone number, not 911, but the number to the dispatchers who can stop the train. Stop the train before it hits you in your car. That's the bestest way for things to go right, because I guarantee, unfortunately, you're going to need to call 911 if you stay in your car, or if you go running and don't try to stop the trains and the train hits your car. So please do look for those blue signs at every crossing with a phone number on it and a crossing identification number on it. We can stop the trains. It takes a while for them to stop, but you're much better with that happening than not. And one more thing, if you're stopped and somehow the gates go down around you, drive through the gate.
Please.
If there's a space on the other side of the gate, drive through it. It'll do a lot less damage to your car than the train would.
Oh, my goodness. That's such good information. Now, Mark, you mentioned that you guys have about a 90% on-time performance rate. I'm looking at some stats here, and it says nearly 90% of your riders still report being extremely satisfied. That's really good news. We're looking for some good news this morning. What does that tell you
Even
about
when
the
we're
service
late, they're
experience? Yeah, even when you're late, people are still happy.
Well, I think there's a couple things going on there, too. First, we're in the South here where we're talking today, and people have a good sense of community there. So if the train's delayed, everyone's in it together, and it's okay, let's make the best of it. Also, on these trains, the only trains in the country where we're doing this right now, we sell community coffee, not some coffee from far away, but community coffee. We have muffalettas on these trains. We have Bloody Marys on these trains. And if the train's delayed, and I can sit down there and have a muffaletta or a moon pie or any kind of other food, I'll be happy. The train will start moving eventually, and I'll get to where I want to go. So it's the community. It's the part of the country we're in. It's some of the food service we have in the train that's unique to that train that I think makes everything work so well. And hardworking employees. Our people are in unions, and that means they get seniority, and that means if they work long enough, they can pick where they want to work. Everybody on those trains are working on those trains voluntarily. They picked it. I want to work the Amtrak Mardi Gras service. And I think that makes a difference, too.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
It does.
It's like, put me in for this, boss.
And you can tell whenever I'm riding an Amtrak train, the level of customer service is so superb. It's like, no, they happy to be here. Where is everybody happy to be at work?
Yep. That's great. So I've heard that cars had to be added to deal with the number of people.
So many people want to get on. Y'all had to add cars?
Well, I mean, unfortunately, we don't have enough cars. But during the some of the Saints weekends, I'm sure not everybody's happy with how the season has gone. But the fact is, people want to go to those games, right? And the same thing, the Pelican season has started. So we'll see if the Pels drive business the way the Saints have. But yeah, whenever it's possible, we'll upsize the train to carry more people. We don't like turning people away. So the best thing to do is to buy your ticket, make your reservation, in advance. Right now, today, on the 10th of December, we're selling tickets all the way through next Labor Day, maybe even all the way to next Halloween. So
wow.
If you want to lock in your price and lock in the train you're taking for, let's say, something like Valentine's Day or something like Fat Tuesday, look at Amtrak.com, go to our station at UPT, call 800 USA Rail, download the app, any of those things, and get your tickets now, because I am confident, and it's a good problem to have, we're going to sell out all around Carnival, weekends, and certainly Fat Tuesday, and around Easter. So get ticketed now.
So, Mark, the train service from New Orleans to Mobile isn't a straight shot in terms of timetable. You got stops along the way.
Oh yeah.
How many of your riders, if you know, are starting in New Orleans and ending in Mobile versus getting off at Bay St. Louis or Pascagoula? How much of the passenger traffic is getting off at some of those other stops?
Oh, well, I'll tell you this. I don't have the data in front of me. I'm in a car at the car shops right this second. But I rode in last week from Gulfport on a Tuesday morning. Now, almost everywhere in the country, trains like this aren't super busy on Tuesdays and Wednesdays because people have already gotten to where they want to go for the week, or people are working, or people are in school, and all sorts of things that are different on a weekday than let's say a Saturday. But when I got on the train in Gulfport a week ago Tuesday, there were more than a dozen people getting on that train with me, which I never see. So the in-between places that are also great. I mean, in Gulfport and in Bay St. Louis, there are folks who operate golf carts who are coming to meet you or take you to the casinos. You know that there's not enough parking in Bay St. Louis a lot of weekends, so you can avoid all that by taking the train. When you get off the train in Biloxi, you can look up and see some of the casinos right there. And Pascagoula has some tiny houses that have now been built next to the train station there, and they're putting a brew pub in the train station. And, of course, we're right in downtown Mobile, and there's so much to offer over there. So I think we're seeing all kinds of business, from in-between places to big places, from big places to in-between places, and from big places to big places. So it's really, it's really, after working on this, for some of us have for like more than 15 years, it's really heartening for us to see the fruits of our labors here. It's kind of like having your kid graduate from high school.
Yeah.
It's one of those days you don't forget.
I love it. I love that you mentioned the upcoming carnival season while you were talking. I already just looked up train ride tickets to get from here to Mobile, and I love the affordability. One thing I love about Amtrak, as an Amtrak user, not only am I free to do some work or some reading or some sleeping, because let's face it, sometimes we want some sleep, $46 from here to Mobile. I'm like, yeah, that's cheaper than a tank of gas, even when I'm not paying them California gas prices.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. How much is it to fill up a car?
If you go to my favorite spot, it's $2.19.
Oh my God, how much is a tank?
But if you go to, I mean, a tank, it's going to be like $30-some.
Exactly. Oh,
Yeah.
you can take away the not stress of driving, but for some of us, the stress of driving and that long commute, and you get to just enjoy the ride. And sometimes it's beautiful.
And now, of course, I don't drive one of those big, 9-passenger SUVs, and
No.
so I'm sure those cost more money. But my Honda fills up for $30-some.
I love that. I love the affordability and the flexibility.
I'm sitting outside a car shop right now, so I'll remind everyone, the cost of operating your car exceeds just the cost of gasoline, too. So it's a real cost of your car besides the gasoline, but that fare is not going to be available forever. And the closer we get to selling out, the higher the fares go, just like it does for hotels and airlines. So if you want to lock in the best fare for either Fat Tuesday or for Valentine's Day or for Independence Day or Juneteenth, buy your tickets now.
Oh, I love that. That's some good tips. So, the service has already shifted thousands of car trips off I-10 and US 90. Why do you think that's important? We were talking about the expensive cars, but tell us more about why taking those thousands of car trips off the 10 and the 90, why is that important for our area?
Well, from where you are, you can't even get to 90 because the bridge is out until you get over to the Mississippi side. But they can't build highways much wider, especially in urban areas, without tearing down people's homes and businesses and stuff. So the more we can use existing infrastructure, that is just those set of tracks, either one set of tracks or two sets of tracks to move people, the better it is for everyone's lifestyle too, because we don't want to be mowing down people's houses and mowing down people's businesses. That happened a lot in the 60s, all over the place. And it didn't solve the problem. It just moved traffic off the little roads to the big roads, and you're still sitting stopped on the big roads. So use the existing infrastructure, make it better so it can accommodate both people and freight, and you can do a lot of good. And by the way, when you rebuild a railroad, I mean, because CSX's railroad was pretty well wiped out in the storm, that railroad was pretty much rebuilt all the way across. And unlike rebuilding a highway, which you have to rebuild about every 10 or 15 years, you can rebuild a railroad. It lasts a heck of a lot longer. So it's a good investment too.
Wonderful. So before we let you go, Mark, finish taking care of your car and some Amtrak business, wanted to know, for those folks who don't have a place in particular they have to be, they don't have some place they have to go, but they're hearing about the exciting Mardi Gras train line, and it's like, I just want to go because I can. What's their best day, their best time to say, well, I'm just going over to Mobile and I'm coming back, or I'm going over to Pascagoula and I'm going to spend the night. Which day, based on ridership and quality and services, do you suggest?
Well, certainly the weekends are busier, right? And that means the weekends are probably at a higher fare. So, outside of a Fat Tuesday, or an Ash Wednesday, Tuesdays and Wednesdays still have less business than Mondays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. So if you want a lower fare and maybe a little more room to stretch out, of course, you could be in business class where there's two seats on one side and one on the other, and no middle seats anywhere on the train. I'd say Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Wonderful. All right. Well, thank you, Mark, for joining us this morning, making time to update us on the Mardi Gras service. It's amazing to see how successful this has been and to hear the buzz. I remember there was quite a bit of buzz going into my goodness, I can't believe it's coming. It's actually happening. It's actually happening. And then the first week and the first 10 days or so, and everybody was like all excited, and the buzz is still continuing. And that's wonderful to see.
We're still excited, sir. No doubt about it.
Well, I bet. Well, thank you so much, Mark, and appreciate it. We look for more success on the Mardi Gras line. And I don't know, what are we going to call the line from Baton Rouge? Is that going to be Red Stick, maybe?
I think that's just going to be that's extension of a Mardi Gras service. Okay. They have some partying going on over there, too.
All right, very good, very good. All right, Mark, you have a blessed day. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me on.
All right, folks, it's time for a break. It is 8 a.m. We've got another hour of school zone speed limits, so please be careful. Watch out for the kiddos. Watch out for the kiddos, the little ones, the middle ones, the think they're grown ones.
Not the think they're grown ones.
Yeah, watch out for them, too.
That's me.
And we're going to be back after the break with more news and information that you want to know, should know, might want to know. And we want to hear from you, too. You're listening to WBOK, and it's the Good Morning Show with Will Sutton today and
Kirsten Holmes. Do it in the Will voice.
Oh, Kirsten Holmes. Yeah. All right. This is WBOK, 12:30 a.m., what New Orleans is talking about. All day long.
That's my Will Sutton approach.
Ever notice that everyone always wants more of a good thing? More rewards, more more savings, more special offers? Well, when you become a new member of the Fuel Rewards program at Shell, that's exactly what you get. More. Join today to save 10 cents per gallon on your first fill, 20 cents on the second, and 30 cents on the third. Then enjoy everyday savings afterwards. Want more? Then head to Shell where members get more. Offer valid from 4/21/25 through 10/31/25 at participating Shell locations. Offer must be redeemed within 60 days of registration. Limit 20 gallons. Restrictions apply. Visit fuelrewards.com/join25 for more information.
Visit DePaul's new Algiers Health Center at 2801 General de Gaulle Drive to receive primary and preventive care for both adults and children. Services also include behavioral health, imaging, and on-site pharmacy, vision, Medicaid enrollment assistance, and more. For appointments, visit DePaulCommunityHealthCenters.org or call 504-207-3060.
This is The Law in Your Legacy. I'm attorney Pete Hamilton.
I'm attorney Ryan Hamilton.
If you had $1 million, would you leave it to an 18-year-old?
Hopefully not, but that's exactly what can happen with a simple will. The money goes straight to your kids when they hit the legal age, no guardrails.
A trust lets you control when and how they receive their inheritance. You can set ages, milestones, or even make sure they finish school first.
Give them security, not a spending spree.
This is not legal advice. That's just a tip brought to you by Liberty Bank and Trust. For more information, go to libertybank.net or contact us at 504-915-5016.
LifeCare provides valuable whole life insurance to cover final expenses such as medical bills, burial costs, and unpaid debt. A final expense insurance policy is fast, easy, affordable life insurance that's available to anyone between the ages of 50 and 80. No medical exams, no lengthy questionnaires, and no waiting period. The application process is quick and easy. You can even apply without having to undergo a medical examination. Just answer a few questions and we'll do the rest. With the average funeral cost skyrocketing to $11,000 and Social Security only paying $255, you need simple, affordable peace of mind for you and your whole family. Don't leave behind unpaid expenses that, if left unattended, will burden your family tremendously. Benefits include a guaranteed premium that will never increase, a guaranteed cash value, and a guaranteed death benefit that can never decrease. To find out how you can get final expense insurance with a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, call LifeCare at 800-571-9955. That's 800-571-9955. 800-571-9955.
Every year, the lights return to City Park, and as if by magic, so do we. Families reunite, kids wide-eyed, old memories become new ones. Celebration in the Oaks is more than a holiday tradition. It is where New Orleans comes together to shine. Don't miss the magic. Make Celebration in the Oaks your holiday tradition and help City Park shine for generations to come. Go to celebrationintheoaks.com and grab your tickets before they're gone.
This news report is brought to you by New Schools for New Orleans.
Let's take a moment to celebrate great things happening inside our schools. NOLA Public Schools achieved a B District Performance Letter Grade. Orleans now exceeds its pre-COVID district performance for all students by more than 8 points. For the second year in a row, Black students from New Orleans outperformed the state average in all peer districts. For all other subgroups, economic disadvantaged students, multilingual learners, and students with disabilities, we also saw growth. Let's keep up the amazing work.
Good morning.
Wake up.
The Good Morning Show on WBOK.
Good morning, and welcome back to the Good Morning Show right here on WBOK, 12:30 a.m. For those of you listening on radio. Tell me how that's going. I do listen on radio still.
I listen online. I ain't even gonna hold you.
I do some radio listening. I listen to some of the Front Porch, Reality Check, Elevations right here on BOK. And I haven't signed up for a streaming service in my car, so it's just an expense I don't want to take on. So radio is good with me. But we appreciate those of you all listening to us on AM, and we appreciate those of you who are listening on the internet.
Hi, that's us.
Especially wherever you are. And, of course, we love our Facebook Live listeners and watchers. Hey, y'all. We appreciate those of you all who are tuning in anywhere. Look, I want to bring this to you all's attention if you didn't hear about this. But I'm really interested
in how you're feeling about this. I read about this and I had to read it again.
You were shocked.
So this is not happening someplace else. This happened in Jefferson Parish. So a East Jefferson High School teacher has been accused of carrying on a sexual relationship with a 15-year-old student.
Ouch.
Pause. It's not as though I haven't read about, watched television news stories about this kind of thing happening. Yes. Is it right? No. Not in my book, but, I know that happens. That part wasn't it. Well, the guy, Blaze Hazeltine, 27 years old.
Blake Hazeltine. Yep.
Yeah, so not 21, but 27.
Almost 30.
Yep, almost 30 years old. Was booked with molestation of a victim between ages of 13 and 16, indecent behavior with a juvenile, felony carnal knowledge of a juvenile, and this is according to the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office, as reported by Michelle Hunter of NOLA.com, my colleague. Hazeltine was a teacher, a math teacher at East Jeff in Metairie when he met the student.
He was her teacher?
A math teacher. I'm not really sure. But the Hazeltine is no longer an employee of the school district. But the backstory is that the victim went to a hospital, and she was in the hospital and getting visitors, and it was an official visitors list.
Mm-hmm.
And on the visitors list included this guy. She's 15 years old in the hospital. Of course, mama, daddy, auntie, brother, sister, cousin want to go see about
the 15-year-old in the hospital.
All right. But an attending nurse saw this guy holding her hand, kissing her, caressing her, and she thought, this is a little odd.
You think the 27-year-old math teacher, that was who was holding the student's hand, kissing and caressing? Yeah, the nurse thought that was odd. Finally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when he wasn't in the room, the girl asked about that, and she said, oh, yeah, that's my boyfriend.
Where the tea at? Let me get the tea. I'm going to sip it.
And told the nurse, it's okay. My parents know about this.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
And so the nurse called the authorities. And the authorities look in on this, and it turns out the guy who's been arrested, 27, and the girl, 15, decided to advance their relationship and take it to the parents. And because they had feelings for each other. So they talked with the parents, and the parents agreed to the dating relationship.
The parents agreed to their 15-year-old daughter dating a 27-year-old man. So she had her parents' permission to
Who
date
is the math teacher at her high school.
Yeah.
And the agreement was, we agree, but no sex until 18. Now, I don't know how y'all were feeling at 15, 16.
I wasn't feeling like dating my teacher or a 27-year-old man. I know that much.
But you're kind of having these feelings.
Yeah.
And you're
that's
trying
so
to manage
sad.
these feelings. And you're at a different place when you're trying to manage those feelings at 15 or 16.
Especially when
versus
your boyfriend is 27 years old.
26 or 27 years old. So the guy was visiting her at the parents' home every week.
Oh, my goodness. Just think
Every
about that
week.
dad or that mom. Just like every week you was in my house.
Every week. And there was social media contact and other contact, and the authorities found evidence of a sexual relationship multiple times, the kind of relationship the parents said must not happen.
Are we surprised? Were the parents surprised? Do we have that? They don't have that in the story. How surprised were the parents when they found out that this 27-year-old that they gave permission to date their 15-year-old daughter had in fact had sex with their daughter? How surprised were they? I'm sure they were hurt.
I can't imagine thinking that my 15-year-old daughter or son dating a teacher at their school would be okay.
That's where we stopped
and to say, now y'all won't have sex, will you?
You remember R. Kelly and Aaliyah? I remember growing up knowing that she had permission to be in this romantic relationship. I think we were talking during the break. We see these stories as a journalist. I see these stories all the time. And I grew up in Arkansas. I grew up in a community where girls were often told to date older guys. They're more mature. They're doing all of these things. And that's what your friends tell you to do. And I'm happy to see when people push back against that. But yeah, I definitely grew up in an environment where so many girls are like, oh, my boyfriend's older. This is so cool. It's cool until you got a 27-year-old man in your house with your 15-year-old daughter.
What do y'all think? I'm just, yes, I was shocked. I was not shocked about the idea of a teacher and a student. But as I learned more about this story from Michelle, I'm like, that's crazy.
Let me give you some information about Louisiana's law.
Let me give you a talk line first. Let's do that.
Go.
Yeah, because if some of y'all got some insights, please help me. 504-582-9422. 504-582-9422. I'd love to hear from you. I mean, help me with why this is okay. All right?
Even if you try.
Or do you agree with me that this just is horrible?
Louisiana's felony carnal knowledge law makes it illegal for a person over 17 years old to even have consensual sexual intercourse with a person who is older than 13 but younger than 17. And that is Louisiana's felony carnal knowledge law. It's illegal for a person over 17 to even have consensual sex with a person who is older than 13 but younger than 17. How old is your boyfriend or girlfriend?
Well, this is not going to be something that is going to be expunged on this guy's record.
We hope not.
Not at all. Not at all. I mean, oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I mean, this one gave me a serious pause. I'm really stunned by this, and I just can't imagine granting such permission and then believing that there'd be no sex for 3 years with a guy who's 27 years old.
Do you believe that face? I'm showing
No.
Will a picture of his face.
No,
You
no.
believe that face?
Yeah.
Because I don't
right.
either.
Yep. All right, we're going to go to break, and when we come back, we're going to talk some more about more news and information you might want to know, should know, around here. And we'd love to hear from you. I'm Will Sutton. This is Kirsten Holmes.
Hey, y'all.
And we're here on the Good Morning Show. 8:15, if you got somewhere to be at 8:30, you're probably doing okay. 8:35 or 8:45 would be much better. Make sure you pick up all your things, folk. All your things. Your watch, your phone, your purse, your backpack, your bag, your teeth. If you got to reach for them, don't forget. Look in the mirror and smile. See if anything's missing.
Make sure
All
your
right?
teeth ain't missing.
All right. And when we come back, we'll talk some more. Because what is this? A talk show. And we talk. All right. It's WBOK 1230 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about. All day long.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Good Wednesday morning. I'm Daryl Portis with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. Today marks 1 week since the beginning of Operation Caterpillar Crunch, and many families are on high high alert as a result. Federal agents were sent to southeast Louisiana with the goal of arresting 5,000 people in the span of just 2 months. And according to the Department of Homeland Security, dozens have already been arrested. And church leaders are once again asking the community to pray for families impacted by this immigration crackdown. This comes as they say there's been a decrease in Hispanic members attending services because they're worried about being detained. Officials with the State Board of Elementary and Secondary Education, or BESE, say there's been a steep drop-off in attendance since federal agents arrived. In addition, the New Neighbor Project, a nonprofit that works to support immigrant families, says online classes have also seen a drop in participation. All right, y'all, this weekend, several local high school football teams will compete for state championship titles inside the Caesars Superdome. It all starts tomorrow when Riverside Academy takes on Ascension Catholic and the D4 Select Championship game. Then Archbishop Shaw and St. Charles Catholic compete at the Nightcap Friday and the D2 Select game. And on Saturday, St. Aug and Edna Cone face off in the D1 Select title game. Bar is going for its 6th state championship in the last 10 years, while the Purple Knights are playing for the title for the first time since 1979. And you better believe it's going to be a big crowd for that game. I'm Gerald Borges, and that's the headlines for WBOK.
This is Norman Robinson off the top. Happy holidays. Be safe and keep it festive.
Good morning, wake up.
The Good Morning Show on WBOK.
Good morning, New Orleans, and welcome back to the Good Morning Show. It is 8:18 a.m. Watch out for our babies, our kiddos out there. Watch out for yourself, those of you who are driving cars or trucks or whatever kind of vehicle that you might be on or in. Pay attention to the laws that we have. You can go 2 or 3 miles per hour over, but if you're hitting somebody on a bad day, that officer might say, so what? And,
try it if you want to.
Yep, try it if you want to, and particularly in a school zone. Well, we're back on the Good Morning Show. Happy to be here. I'm Will Sutton, and Kirsten Holmes is here with me.
Hanging
Happy
out.
to have the sister here. We're going to try to make her one of our own. She already professed our love for our fair city.
Oh, I've been in love with New Orleans a long time, baby.
Yep. So we're going to have to be working on that. Y'all have some ideas. Give us a call if you want to make it a private thing and say, well, push this on her, then you know you can reach out to me always. So our talk line is 504-582-9422, 504-582-9422. So, you know, that story we were just talking about in Jefferson Parish is not the only one. You know, it's like...
It was just a talker.
Man, it absolutely, yep. But over at Hanville High, we have a guy arrested for indecent behavior with a student.
It's happening. It's happening.
This is David Candies, 30 years old, sending inappropriate messages to 2 students via social media. And this guy is a teacher and a coach at the school. And this is in St. Charles Parish. And the messages were reported to authorities by a school administrator in September.
Ooh.
About 2 months after Candies left the school in July. So he left in July, so that probably he didn't just leave.
Yeah.
The reports came in September. The school officials said they reported Candies to authorities immediately, but we're just hearing about it.
Yeah.
And so this is a continuing investigation, and it wasn't just a teacher and a coach. He was coaching a girls' fast-paced travel softball team.
Oh, no, traveling with the babies. Okay. Yeah, Candice was arrested Monday and is charged with 1 count of indecent behavior with a juvenile.
Let's watch out, people. Be aware. Watch your babies. You're going to have to know more than you maybe thought you need to know. And I know this particular kind of thing is not the reason that Australia did what they did. But Australia has banned social media for kids under 16.
Can I clap? Can I ring the bell?
Social media for kids under 16. And it is a nationwide ban. It is not optional. It is nationwide. And they're not saying for those who turn age this or that. It's like if you have it, give it up.
Can I
Give it up
celebrate that?
now.
Can I ring the bell?
Absolutely.
There we go. I like this. I've loved that piece of news ever since I first heard it. I think our relationship with social media, particularly our children's relationship with social media, is one that should be studied and maybe halted, because our babies are killing themselves just based off what they see online and the pressure and the bullying and all of the things that are hurting our children. I'm okay with getting rid of TikTok. I know y'all love y'all TikTok.
Well, it's causing a uproar among some youths and some parents who think their kids ought to be there. But this has been a popular thing in Australia, so much so that it is now national law, and the parents aren't being held responsible. The companies are being held responsible.
What?
So if we find out that you have a 13-year-old on your site, then you will pay big money.
Somebody's being held accountable in Australia.
Yep. So you got these teenagers who saying, but this is how I make a living. I am sharing my songs. I'm being creative. Here's my memes. Just take a look at me. You know, I am a content creator. I am a content entrepreneur.
Yep.
I this is how I keep up with the world. And Australia says,
not
enough.
anymore.
Enough. We've had enough. That we it's our responsibility as a nation to look out for our future citizens, and we're gonna ban it.
I like it. What do you think? I love it.
I like it. I would be concerned if I had a teenager, say 15 years old, who's been on the social media since they were 9. You know, but that would be on me.
Yeah.
Because why did I let the 8 or 9-year-old get on social media?
Do you know what the average screen time for a kid on social media?
What is it?
8 hours a day.
And that's crazy.
That's a job. They work them phones like a job. What we doing?
And that's just crazy. I mean, it's just absolutely crazy. And I think it's ridiculous. Social media, like some of everything else with technology and as things develop, there are some good things. But, oh my. Reverend Calhoun, good morning, sir. You're on with Will Sutton and Kirsten Holmes.
Good morning.
Good morning to all. I have 2 questions. The parents, are they charged with anything? Since they knew and encouraged this behavior, are they not an accessory to whatever crime was committed?
Have no indication of that, Reverend Calhoun, and I'm going to be following this story because I'm curious about that as well, because I realized the parents said okay and gave a limit, but having been a teenager, I'm not sure I would have trusted such a limit, even if I was seeing the boyfriend man at my house every week. I wouldn't trust that nothing was happening elsewhere. And for all that goes, I mean, having been a teenager, in, well, let's just say in different people's homes, there are things you can do in somebody's home when they're in another room.
That would be a question for the prosecuting attorney. It will be interesting to see if they try to pursue any charges against the parents, but because the parents seemed like they were shocked or disagreed with the idea of sexual intercourse before she was 18, I see that being an out for charging those parents or not charging those parents with a crime. But yeah, when you get into, there was consent here on the parents' behalf, that is a legal question that if I were those parents or their attorney, if they have one, that's something I'm definitely going to consider.
Well, do you think that we at a point that because of the provocativeness of dress, because at one time it used to go through all kind of changes to try to look under a girl's dress, right? Well, right now, the way that our performers and all of these people are dressing, I don't know what message we are truly sending to our young people concerning sex at 14, 15, 16 years old.
I know what message we're sending. The wrong one.
But it seems like this is okay now. And I think social media has a lot to do with this.
I agree.
So I don't know. And should we ban social media here till they're 16 years old? If the parents is consenting to have their child at 15 years old, I don't know about that one. I don't know. Girl children are very difficult to raise, in my opinion, to start with. And to give them the freedom to do and go and do what they wanted, something ain't right with all that. Y'all say what you want. But anyway.
So what do you think about the Australia ban?
I think it's a good deal. I think it's something that should be enforced across everywhere, but it won't be because it's money driven. This is all about making a dollar. And so they're not going to cut this out because it's how much money you think is really invested in social media? The how much you pay for megabytes, and when you start breaking this down, it comes. I'm trying to figure out why would you give a 7 or 8 or 9, 10, 11, 12, 13-year-old a phone anyway?
Distract them. That's what I see.
Yeah, babysitting. Alternative.
Their kids watching the screen so that you can go do multitasking. Most of the time I see my friends needing to do something else and then giving their baby the iPad or the phone to just kind of occupy their attention. But yeah, you're right. They're having a lot of screen time.
And there's a lot of problems in the school system. I mean, they're having some real fights between the student and the teacher because the teacher's saying they don't want you to use your phone during class time. But if they have it, and I do believe these phones are addictive. This whole thing is addictive. They spend a lot of time on that. So I don't know. I don't know how we really get a handle on it because, again, it's all money driven. It's all about a dollar. So I don't know.
I wholeheartedly agree. Thank you so much for calling in because we on the same page with all that.
All right.
All right.
All right, y'all. Have a great day.
All right. Thanks, Reverend Cal. You have a blessed day, sir. All right. Thanks for calling in, Reverend Calhoun. You've heard what he has to say, and you heard some of what we have to say. It is 8:30 a.m., and we are in for a break, and we're going to do that in just a moment. The talk line is 504-582-9422, 504-582-9422. What do you think about the Australia ban? What do you think about parents saying it's okay for your 15-year-old daughter to date a 27-year-old man? Is that okay generally? Or perhaps it's okay because the young man is a teacher. Perhaps it's okay because the young man comes to your house every week to check in. Is that okay? Help me, people. Help me. I'm trying to get a little bit closer. I'm probably not going to get to the place where it's okay, but maybe I can understand better. But right now, I'm not getting it.
Don't help me with it. I ain't going to get it. I don't want it. That dog won't hunt.
Yeah. All right. It's 8:31 a.m. You're listening to the Good Morning Show on WBOK, 12:30 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
Hello, friend. Tavis Smiley here with a special announcement. You can catch my show at a new time, weekdays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Same great topics, same great guests, same great conversations, just a little earlier in the day. It's Tavis Smiley, weekdays 1 to 4 p.m. only on WBOK 12:30 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about.
Tired of the impersonal, one-size-fits-all style of banking? You deserve a bank that delivers exceptional service and personalized attention to your needs. That's the Home Bank Standard. Since 1908, Home Bank has been a trusted financial partner for businesses and families because we go the extra mile to help you reach your goals. See for yourself why Home Bank is good for business, good for life. Stop by any New Orleans area location or find out more at home24bank.com. Home Bank, member FDIC.
The Historic New Orleans Collection presents a new exhibition open through June 7th, 2026, The Trail They Blazed. Built collaboratively with people who participated in the local civil rights movement, The Trail They Blazed presents stories of social and racial justice straight from the people who lived them. Listen to leaders tell their stories of resistance and persistence in their own voices, recorded by the Historic New Orleans Collection. Plan your visit to 520 Royal Street in the French Quarter and reserve your free tickets at hnoc.org today.
You've got responsibilities, but that doesn't mean your dreams are all over. At Southern University of New Orleans, our evening and weekend college is designed with your life in mind. Finish your degree, start a new one, on your time, your degree, your schedule. No excuses, just opportunity. Visit suno.edu and make your next move today.
New Orleans, the city of festivals and second chances. This is Mr. Rocky of Faithers in Jesus the Christ, inviting everyone to come to the table of grace. No matter where you are, what you're dealing with, guilt, bad habits, mistakes, or heavy hearts, Jesus still calls us his friend, and his grace is waiting for us. On the first Sunday of the year, January 4th, 2026, 8:30 a.m., tune in to WBOK, 12:30 a.m., or watch live on Facebook or Instagram. We'll reflect on his work on the cross, his resurrection, his ascension, and the hope of his return for we who that believe and have received him by faith. So join us at the table of grace, where mercy is fresh, forgiveness is real, and grace is served for people like you and me.
Happy holidays, y'all. It's your girl, Kimber White Dupree, wishing you a wonderful holiday season. Remember to give and share love. It's the greatest gift of all.
Good morning. Wake up. The Good Morning Show on WBOK.
Good morning, New Orleans, and welcome to the Good Morning Show. This is Will Sutton. I'm here with Kirsten Hall.
Good morning. I'm gonna start practicing my Will Sutton.
Some more bells.
I love the bells. You know me, jingle bells, baby, jingle bells.
Well, speaking of jingle bells, it reminds me when we had the opportunity to be in San Diego land, and we saw you at Christmas season time.
Oh my gosh!
The wonderful decorations and the big old candy canes.
I
and
remember
everything.
that.
And,
where was that? Belmont Park.
Yeah, that's what it was.
At Mission Beach. Oh, traveling from New Orleans to San Diego with me and Will Sutton.
Yep. That was great. But it's coming up on this time, and for those of you all who missed the conversation yesterday with Victor Sims, you need to go back.
Yeah.
and listen to that Victor Sims conversation about mental health and the holiday blues.
What's the gift that you're going to give or should give? What was Victor's suggestion for a gift that you can give your loved ones this holiday season that really don't cost a thing, doesn't cost a dime?
I love it. I do.
What was it?
A better you. I love that.
That is the gift. That is literally the gift.
You know, imagine that. Now, I've been around long enough. I'm old enough that I understand that there are some expectations.
What?
There are some gift expectations.
Who has expectations?
You know, there's some gift expectations. But that doesn't mean you have to fulfill all of those expectations and desires.
And you can just have a conversation.
Imagine being a better you that's not just on the one day.
Please let it last for at least 2.
Not just on the one day. So I love that. But I am being serious, folks. Go back, because all of our local content, or most of our local content produced right here at WBOK, is recorded. And you can go to the WBOK homepage. You can go to WBOK on YouTube. You can go to WBOK elsewhere, but you got to find yesterday's show and listen, and at least take mental notes. If you don't write it down, just take some mental notes from that conversation.
It was at least an hour of free therapy, sponsored by WBOK.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. It was great. All right, we got a caller. Claire, good morning. You're on with Will Sutton and Kirsten Holmes. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, being blessed. I had a comment, and the gentleman just said about, he was talking about the man, it's a 28-year-old with a young lady that's going to school.
Yeah.
I work in the school. I work in the school system, and there's a lot that they don't have enough teachers there to watch our kids, and plus it starts at home. Our parents need to start talking to our girls and boys and watch them more instead of being their friends. You know, they need to go back to the old school. Disciplining your child and letting them know what's right, what's wrong.
How long have you worked in the school system?
Oh, I've been in the school system 14 years.
And
I see a lot goes on with these girls writing all kind of stuff on the walls, you know, with drugs and everything. And the boys and the coaches, and, you know, when the kids get out of school, the coaches leave the kids, you know. And I get off at 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I stays to make sure every child, parents there to pick them up. And that's not my duty, but I do it because I don't want nobody's child to be, you know, kidnapped.
So in your 14 years, have you heard about or seen any of this kind of conduct where school staff, coaches, teachers, administrators are even just flirting with students?
No. I am, you know, I am a custodian at the school where I work at. I won't say the name of the school, but I pay attention. You know, I pay attention to all the students.
Yeah,
you know.
but you're in a position to see a lot of things if that's the work that you're doing.
Yeah.
Yes. And I protect the kids, you know. Ready in the hallway, not going to the class, I make sure they get there. Let's go, I'll walk you there.
I appreciate
you
that.
know, I check the bathroom. I even goes in the boys' bathroom. If they be in there, I give them 10 minutes. You have 10 minutes to get in and 5 minutes to get up to your classroom.
I like it, Miss Claire. All righty.
Miss Claire, regulate.
I get it.
Bathroom
and
duty.
then, that's right. You're a boy. I'm not here to see what you're doing. I'm here to make sure you get where you're going, what you're supposed to be doing, using it and coming out. I'm old school. I get my broom, and I get to walking with the broom and say, here she comes. I hit on that floor and they get to walking. You know, a lot of people need to step out of this comfort zone and pay attention to what's going on in schools, churches, and everywhere, you know?
You're right.
Yeah. Well, I am glad that you're there. And I have to say, because you're there, I suspect that some of this is not happening.
Oh, it's not going to happen if I got something to say.
Yeah, because you keeping your eyes and ears open and
oh yes,
and pushing them along on their way.
That's what we need teamwork. We really need teamwork, and we are our children, regardless of who kind it is. We are the parents. When you leave your kids with us, we're supposed to be the parents. We're supposed to step up.
I love it. I love it. Well, we need more folks like you in our schools.
Protect our babies. Thank you for that.
That's right. Thank you, and God bless y'all, and keep strong.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Miss Claire.
You're
Have
welcome.
a blessed day.
You're welcome. Thank
All
you.
right. How about that, Miss Claire on the scene?
Protecting our babies.
Yeah, protecting the babies.
Protecting our babies.
Claire security at that school.
Hey, what school is that? I'm trying to send my
No,
babies
she
there.
didn't want to name it.
I'm sending my kids over there. They're gonna be
she
good
didn't
over
want to
there
name
with
it, but,
Claire.
yeah. I mean, that's. I am so glad that she's there, and I know she focused on the babies, but it sounds like she's watching the grown folk too.
Well, some of them babies think they grown, like I do.
Yeah. Oh boy. So one of the things I brought to your attention some weeks ago was the nomination by Donald Trump of Louisiana Supreme Court Justice Will Crane. And I wrote about that not because the guy is a bad person, but in my opinion, he's so conservative and so these days use the word MAGA, although in his career, in his life, I'm sure he would not consider himself MAGA. But he's been so right-wing in his opinions and that he has shared from the bench that I just didn't think it was a good idea to give this guy a lifetime federal appointment. Well, the Senate voted 49-46 to have Louisiana Supreme Court Justice William Crane join the U.S. Trial Court for Eastern District of Louisiana yesterday. So he has been elevated, and he has a lifetime appointment.
Yep.
Just a reminder that people say all the time, elections have consequences.
This is one of those elections that's going to have a consequence.
This is the kind of thing that can happen, and it's not just the Supreme Court seats. It's a seat like this with a guy like this who I'm sure is a nice person as things go in terms of meet and greet and hello and good morning and good afternoon and how are you? But some of his ideas and philosophies I don't think are the best for us. The one good thing I'll say is that he was in favor of having an additional black majority district for a Louisiana Supreme Court seat.
Okay.
So
that was his only thing you liked.
I'm sure there are others, but I'm not aware of them. Which is why I wrote a column saying this ain't cool. But he was just pushed on through, and didn't take long. And basically what happened, and I've been following this a bit, but my colleague Mark Ballard followed this more closely, as did my colleague Tyler Bridges over at NOLA.com. He saw the openings on the bench, and he reached out to U.S. Senator John Kennedy and said, I'd like that seat.
Yep.
I would like that seat. So expressing his interest in one of the three seats. So there are three vacancies. And it's like, I'd like one of those. Yeah. So very quickly, Kennedy responded in March and said, we need your resume.
Yep.
We're going to send it on to the White House. He's interviewed in April and by the White House. And the background check in September. A nomination on October 21st. A hearing shortly thereafter by the U.S. Senate Judiciary Committee. And now he's on the federal bench. Imagine that process.
A lifetime appointment for a 64-year-old. Crane, again, lifetime, very conservative appointment.
Yep, indeed. So congratulations to Mr. Crane. Let's just keep watching, see what he does on the new bench. Maybe time or a change of role might change a few things. We'll see.
You think he's going to change?
Yeah, we'll see. All right. So good morning, Ms. Jones. Welcome to the Good Morning Show. You're on with Will Sutton and Kirsten Holmes. How are you?
Good morning.
I'm doing fine. Good morning to the audience, and welcome to your new co-host.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I feel so welcomed and loved.
I'm glad you do. Okay, now pertaining to this lady and this 13-year-old, I think they need some counseling.
I agree.
Confidential information. I mean, really, because something's wrong with that picture.
I would agree.
Maybe she was abused. We don't know, but it's not the public's business. But I really think that, they all three need some kind of counseling. Something is wrong somewhere that does not need to be under in the opening.
Well, let me ask you this question. Do you think when a 15-year-old is dating a 27 or 30-year-old, could that qualify as abuse? Because I think it does, in my opinion.
It's abuse. I have a half feeling about it. It's confused as to how I want to feel about it. That 27-year-old should know better. What is wrong with him? Nobody's been arrested. The mother's given consent. There need to be some some counseling for all three because something is wrong. I don't know. Maybe it's something they don't want to say, and they couldn't say.
Mm.
And as far as the schools are concerned, like that caller said, it's a shortage of teachers, and they put the wrong people in leadership.
Mm.
And if you remember, Will, our dear Dr. Wyatt, to her, the children are her babies. Protect them, educate them.
Mm-hmm.
And he wouldn't put her in that position.
Mm-hmm.
So the leadership don't give a hoot. And as far as the viewing, the outlets, there was a comedian from years back named Martha Ray. You look up, they called the Big Mouth Martha Ray. She said television would ruin this nation and anything like it.
So, Ms. Jones, if you had a 15-year-old daughter, what would be the threshold for how old a young man can be to date your 15-year-old daughter?
A 15-year-old daughter shouldn't be dating unless there's an escort, an adult escort. I'm from somewhat of the old school. Of course, this day and age, look like anything goes. The fashion, I don't call them fashions, the way people do, the way they conduct themselves. It's just really, they're imitating. And if they are 5 and 6 years old, and see all the violence on TV and all the pornography, well, they're absorbing it better than a computer.
I take it that's a hard no to a 27-year-old, and 15, 16, 17 might be okay.
And back in the day, it seems though when you look at documentaries or movies based on some true things, they just went on and married. Within a country, Mississippi, that was the best life, go on and get married.
Yep.
And it was older, but now it's gotten all, just all distorted, even in biblical times. Man was 100 years old, she might have been 25. So it's just the wrong way, a bad way that things are being done. And it's this is all they know. This is all that they've seen. People make millions of dollars on filming, on junk, while they're living in luxury, and they wouldn't have that happen to their own.
Yep.
And you have adult grandparents that don't even know any better, and then people who know better, they don't want to listen to them. It's just like our history. They don't want to hear it, don't want to hear that's in the past. The past is like a merry-go-round. You have to know something about the past to know how. For now and for the future.
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in, Ms. Jones. We appreciate it, as always. Thank
and
you
your
for.
co-host, you will be in town just a short time. And
Yeah, I'm leaving tomorrow. We had some travel plans. I had a death in the family, so I'm gonna be with my family in Florida this weekend. It was been such a blessing to visit and be here and be loved and surrounded by my mentor Will Sutton and the WBOK viewers. I appreciate you.
and you have sympathy and good traveling.
Thank you.
Good traveling to Florida.
She's been out and about, moving around. So she was at IWO on Sunday.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Seeing the city, my favorite city, getting to meet the movers and shakers. Thanks to Will.
So I'm sorry she missed you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, did you have the food though? Because I'm so glad I got to that plate of food.
Well, I'm not the cook in the family, not the way they cook, and really, all of the food here is not really a genuine Creole cooking.
Right, that's true.
A lot of things have too much sodium, too much sugar. The people who really knew about it, they're gone, but the recipes are here. A lot of restaurants use the gumbo mix. I can do it, but I just never did. My family, everybody knew how to cook. I wash the dishes clean and sweep the floors clean.
I know that's right.
How about that?
Ring the bell
All right.
for that one.
All right. All right, Ms. Jones, we got to take a break, and then we're going to wrap up the show. Thank you so much for always listening and participating. You have a blessed day.
Thank you, Ms.
You all too.
Jones.
And good travel.
All right. Very good. It's 8:52 a.m. We're going to have just a few more minutes with the Good Morning Show here on WBOK, and then we'll call it a wrap and make room for the front porch. You're listening to WBOK, 12:30 a.m., what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long. My Will Sutton voice.
Meet Leanna, a part-time chef and full-time mom. In the past, Leanna didn't have health insurance because she didn't think she could afford it. What she didn't realize is she qualified for Medicaid. She loves the coverage and peace of mind that comes with high-quality care. The kind of care you get with Healthy Blue. This is Medicaid, and it's for more people than you think. Maybe even you. To see if you qualify, go to myhealthybluela.com.
Visit DePaul's new Algiers Health Center at 2801 General de Gaulle Drive to receive primary and preventive care for both adults and children. Services also include behavioral health, imaging, and on-site pharmacy, vision, Medicaid enrollment assistance, and more. For appointments, visit DePaulCommunityHealthCenters.org or call 504-207-3060.
This is The Law in Your Legacy. I'm attorney Pete Hamilton.
I'm attorney Ryan Hamilton.
When it comes to family planning, should you go with a will or a trust?
A will is like leaving instructions to the court. It tells them who gets what, but your family still has to go through a succession, which can be costly and time-consuming.
A trust, on the other hand, avoids court altogether. So when the time comes, everything transfers smoothly to your loved ones.
It's a little more work up front, but way less hassle and expense later. Plan smart, save time, and take care of your family.
This is not legal advice. That's just a tip brought to you by Liberty Bank and Trust. For more information, go to libertybank.net or contact us at 504-915-5016.
Get ready. The Black Film Festival of New Orleans is underway now through December 14th. Join us this Sunday for Black Movie Trivia and mark your calendar for the awards ceremony on December 14th, featuring a special performance from Grammy Award winner Terrion Bell of Tank and DeBankus. Doors open at 11 a.m. at Cafe Instable. Free films, live events, youth workshops, and conversations with filmmakers from across the diaspora, and the debut of BFFNO Jr. Our stories, our voices, our festival.
Hey, this is Jay Boogie wishing you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from the Blues Buffet at 12:30 a.m. WBOK.
Good morning, wake up.
The Good Morning Show.
Good morning.
On WBOK.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, New Orleans, and welcome back to the Good Morning Show. I'm Will Sutton here with Kirsten Holmes. It's been wonderful to have you these couple of days.
Thank you for having me.
Yep. And we look forward to having more time. We'll see what happens, see what our God has in mind for you and for us. We've got just a few minutes before we wrap up on the Good Morning Show and make room for the front porch. Do want to mention that there is an NABJ documentary, NABJ 50 Beyond the Headlines. It was shown at the Essence Festival in July. But if you missed it, this is another opportunity, and it's today?
Today at Tulane School of Public Health. It's going to be today at noon. Again, this is a part of the Black Film Festival of New Orleans. Last night I went for the health critical condition. It was their health fair and health documentary series. I left feeling so informed, so inspired. So I can't wait to see what the NABJ documentary has in store for us today.
Wonderful. And that's it's about 43 minutes, I believe. So it's not a lot of time. So, I don't have time for a 2.5-hour movie. It's not.
And, and it's free.
So, what's that price?
Free.
Okay. All right. So absolutely, positively, it is free. Check out the National Association of Black Journalists documentary. Maybe you're interested as a fan, as a film buff. You could be interested in who are these black folks who are covering the news. Maybe you have a daughter or a granddaughter or a grandson interested in media generally, or particularly news media, and this would be a good introduction for you or for them. I mean, I know some of them might be in high school, but maybe they're in college or working a job, and they can take off a few minutes to go and check that out. Meanwhile, we've got the Border Patrol people. They're still here.
What?
They're still here. We got more protests happening across the country, Chicago, L.A., and in Louisiana, of course. And fortunately, the protesters locally have extended their protests beyond New Orleans City Hall to elsewhere in New Orleans and in Kenner. And so that's a good thing. I'm happy to see that. But they're still here. They are disrupting a lot of lives. They're getting, this is one of those things about the news that we cover. I'm seeing news reports that saying they're getting mixed reviews. I don't know who they're talking to, but
some people support
it. I know there are people who say, yeah, get them. But my question to those people is, get who? Would you want to be detained knowing that you are a citizen and that you don't have a criminal history? And matter of fact, you don't have a single parking ticket, and you're detained because of
your race,
how you look?
I think some people might support that idea. Unfortunately, it's 2025 in America,
crazy.
And people still have those ideologies. It was supposed to be targeting the worst of the worst, and we're finding that only a third of the people who have been arrested so far actually have any type of criminal activity in their past. And
Absolutely
we're talking
horrible.
Marijuana possession.
Yeah, they continue with their Callahoola Crunch. Whew, Lord. Well, that's going to make a wrap for us here at the Good Morning Show. The talk line is 504-582-9422. Write that down. You won't be calling us, but you write that number down and give a call into the front porch with Graylin and Kemba. Always a good time to spend some time on the porch.
I love it.
With them. We're going to wrap it up here. WBOK, 12:30 a.m., what New Orleans is talking about.
All day long.
Hey!
Thank you for having me.